On a 5-time Grammy winner and unstoppable force for change, the Beninese superstar has just released her powerful new album, Hope, a deeply personal tribute to her late mother, featuring collaborations with Pharrell Williams, Ayra Starr, Davido, and more. Fresh from her Hollywood Walk of Fame star and ongoing world tour, Kidjo continues to blend African rhythms with universal messages of resilience and unity. And tonight we welcome this living legend and passionate activist to the show. Thank you so much for joining us, Angélique.
Thanks for having me.
Queen Angélique, you have a new album.
Don't start with Queen business,
Oh,
boy.
have to. It features all these incredible artists, Pharrell, Ayra Starr, Davido. Which collab, I just want to ask, made you dance the most?
All of them. All of them, because they all come in the moment where I was not expecting them to be. So when you plan something like that, it's very rare that it happens. So it was just like meetings, rendezvous that the music brought us to come in this corner and that corner. And it just like worked fine. That's why I took my time. It took me 5 years to do this album because I just want to go through the grief without stress, without anger, and still continue celebrating the joyful spirit of my mother. So I needed time for that, and the music allowed me to do that.
Speak to me about the name Hope, where it comes from, how you actually managed to go through the process and create this album, given what you went through.
I mean, my mom always used to say that her body will go, but she will always be with us. People that we love that are gone, they have a way of being with us. So I grew up in that philosophy of being hopeful. Things go bad, it's okay. Life sometimes can be really bad. But then you need to find your way through that moment of hardship to see forward, to think forward, to get out of it. And the only thing that can allow you to get that vision is hope for yourself. Hope knowing that you love yourself and you want something better for yourself. And that hope will allow you to think critically in many different ways to find your way through the fog.
And you found your way a lot of the time with the help, I'm sure, and the inspiration of your mother. Just how does she enter into the music in what you've now produced?
I mean, my mom put me on stage when I was 6 years old because I was that little girl that asked questions. My nickname was when, why, how, and why again. And she loved music, she loved theater. And I think my daughter have the bug of theater from my mother. The thing that is really important for me to bring about here is that my household, we lived in music, every kind of music. And I started writing songs at a very early age. And what allowed me to harmonize my song was the Ipitombi album from South Africa. Listening to those voices, how they harmonize, it really prepared my ears for harmonizing. And sometimes I'll put one voice that stay the same thing and I'll build around it. I learned that because my mom have allowed me and my brothers and sisters to listen to every kind of music with no judgment, no label put on anything. Just go for it. You like it, take it.
And you would have never imagined, though, as a 6-year-old, having your name on the Hollywood Boulevard in a star form. I mean, just what is that like to you? Just if you could reflect on that.
If someone had told me that when I was growing up, I would ask the person, which carpet were you smoking? I mean, I just don't know. The thing is, things happen, and I've seen this throughout this album, things that I didn't plan happen. So I say, when you're open to the universe and you're doing what you do with all your heart, it seems difficult to hear this today, but that's what it is. Because everything around you is telling you there's no future possible. Everything is gloom and misery. It's because you accepted it. If you say no to this gloom and misery, do something about it. So for me, that's what it is. That's what keeps me going. Music have shown me the power that we have when we come together. The magic of music is beyond my reach. I'm just at the service of that music all the time. Day in and day out. My ego is served one purpose, my music, period.
And how have others taken to that? I'm just wondering, reflections on this new album, Hope. I mean, have you already had messages from either fans or those closest to you saying that it has already delivered that message and they already have taken it forward and it really has kept them above water?
I mean, I just have an interview today with a sister from South Africa, and she's like, I'm struggling, and this music of yours is helping me through. And I was She was so happy we talked. We didn't say much, but I told her, you gotta get out of the rabbit hole. Because my dad always used to say, fear is a jail cell you build by yourself and for yourself. And if you don't pay attention to it, you're never gonna find the key to open that door and get out of it. So for me, hope is so needed today. It's absolutely fundamental for us to realize that a phone is a phone. AI is AI. But how do we find our way and keep our humanity? And keep all of us, each of us, we are each other's keepers. We need to focus on what is the most important thing. The most important thing for me is human life. The rest is just details.
It feels like you are always reinventing yourself, but at the same time holding on to that fundamental message. And this is what you're taking forward and what you're going to go around the globe with. Where is the next stop, and what are you hoping to achieve?
Geez, the next step, I'm going to Germany. From Germany, I'm going to New York. From New York, I'm going to Montreal. From Montreal, I'm going to Dublin. From Dublin, I'm going to Brussels, and then I come back to Paris, and then I continue. I mean, I am a privileged person to be able to live off my passion. I cannot complain. Complaining in my case is a crime. It's an insult to the world, people that don't have that luck that I have to be able to live off my passion. So all I have to say to people is that you always have to try. You don't try, you can't say it's difficult unless you try it. It might be difficult at first, but find a way to do it that will suit you. There's a word in our vocabulary that weighs so much on us is choices. We all make bad choices, but don't stick on the bad choices. Learn from it, flip the coin and say, if I have another chance around, well, I will do something different. And you will think about it. There's nothing that is insignificant in every experience that we go through in life. Without failure, there's no success. You don't stumble when you start walking. You can't walk. So for me, those little simple things are a reminder of myself to keep myself humble because I'm just a human being. Mm-hmm. That's it. I was lucky enough to be born in the family where I was born, to have this value passed down to me. And I try to do this transmission work of my parents through my music and speaking to you and other people. We are the ones that have the power, no one else. And we have to play that power smartly, being mindful of what is good for us and can be good for others.
I'm sure in your album there is one song which might stand out, and certainly in terms of the message that is delivered in the lyrics. And I don't know if you are able to actually tell us which song resonates with you in that way, that really is something that we should take forward as a message.
Yeah, but the song Bendo, you know, the trends, every fashion comes from the poorest part, the ghettos. Because when you have nothing, you want to be seen. You want to matter. So therefore, your brain, your creative brain, works better, more accurately than any other brain. And you realize that if you are awakened in that kind of circumstances, your mission is to open other people's eyes. The world is like a monopoly. You can roll your dice, you move your piece. It depends where you land. But there's always a chance. You can buy a house or rent a house. You can go to jail, get out of it. Because the thing is, the system we live in, we have to understand how it functions. And how can it function for everybody. So Bendo is just that.
Just that. And on that note, literally, we end this absolute inspiration. Angélique Kidjo, thank you so much for joining us and making the time for the World Roundup show.